Right.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I would like to call the public hearing to order concerning natural gas aggregation plans of operation and governance at 6 o'clock. Law Director, would you please administer the oath?
Sure, so if there's anybody who intends to provide testimony during the public hearing, if you could just stand and raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If so, say I do. I do. Thank you.
And would you like to present Mr. Phil
Dysart.
Destard? Palmer will present your report.
Alrighty, thank you very much again for having me tonight. As mentioned, my name is Phil Dysart, and I'm from Palmer Energy. We are the independent energy consultant for the Miami Valley Communications Council. We assist in running the electric aggregation program that's currently going on for the MVCC, and I'm here to discuss today the public hearing for the natural gas aggregation program that we're looking to get up and running here in the next few months. So what I'd like to do is go over the process again for you, and then kind of the difference, again, between the electric program and the natural gas program, and then open it up to see if there's any questions from council or from the public. So very similar to the electric program, natural gas, we're doing an opt-out aggregation program. This was already passed on the ballot several years ago, so we were allowed to start that program. And basically what we're doing now is we've currently sent the communities out for bid, and it's essentially the same communities except for two that still need to pass the natural gas aggregation ballot language. And what we have done is gone out to suppliers to request terms and pricing, and usually come back, we'll have a 12, a 24, 36 month with fixed pricing for those months. We bring it back to the MVCC and the Energy Committee, make a decision on it, and then that is signed into agreement. So once the agreement is ready to go and executed, there will be a opt-out period, and we're looking to start in October. So these opt-out letters that will be sent to all eligible members will go out in August. And to be eligible, one, you have to be with CenterPoint as your natural gas supplier, natural gas utility. Number two, if you're on the PIP program, the Percentage Income Payment Plan, you would not be eligible for this program as well because you are getting better assistance from that plan through the government there. And then finally, if you're currently in a supply agreement with someone for your natural gas, you also would not be included in the initial opt-out, as the whole part of this program is to save money for folks. There can be quite hefty early termination fees with taking people out. So we're not allowed to, by law, take folks out of their agreements that they currently have. So those folks will also be scrubbed from the list. So once we have the list of eligible customers, what we do is then send out a letter. It's a 21-day period, and it will come from the supplier. And on this letter, it'll obviously have who the supplier is, what the term is, and then also the price for that term. If you'd like to be in the program, you don't have to do anything. If for some reason you'd like to opt out of the program, at the very bottom of the sheet, you fill that out, you can turn it back in, and you'll be wiped from the list as well. Also, some of the suppliers have gotten up with the times where you can actually go to a website, type in the opt-out code, and opt out via the website there. So that's the 21-day period. If you happen to miss that, not a big deal. 10 days before the actual switch, you'll receive a letter or a postcard from CenterPoint saying, hey, you're changing suppliers to XYZ, whoever the supplier is for the aggregation program. Again, if you'd like this to happen, do absolutely nothing. If you'd like to rescind the offer and get out of the program, you can turn that postcard letter back into CenterPoint. They will get you off of the supply and out of the supplier there. If you happen to miss that, again, not a big deal. The big thing with this program, as with electric, there is no early termination fee with the program. So at any time, you can leave the program. If you, like I said, you happen to miss, maybe you're on vacation, when the supplier came out, or you thought it was just trash and you threw it away and then you realized you didn't want to be in the program, again, you can get out at any time. The other good thing as well, if you happen to be in a contract and that contract ends in the middle of the program, the MVCC's program, and you'd like to join the program at a later date, you can do that as well. There is no cost to join at any time either. So that's the big thing there. There is no early termination fee. Again, you can come and go as you please. To hit on the differences between the electric and natural gas, with the electric, we're able to quantify the savings a lot easier. In the AES territory, those rates come out yearly, and so we know what the rate is going to be for the year for folks on that. So we can compare to what the actual rate is with the program versus AES, and then we're able to get those savings for you. With natural gas, it changes monthly, so it makes it a little more difficult to present those savings. A lot of things could happen in the world. It's based upon the NYMEX market, so usually in the wintertime, we see that price jump up because that's when folks are using their natural gas. Obviously, increase in demand, less supply, you see the price go up. And so that's kind of what the program is there for. We're creating, number one, it's for budget stability. So again, if you're directly with CenterPoint, that price is changing constantly. Every month it changes. With the program, you're going to have a rate. It's fixed for that term. So if it's 12 months, 24 months, that number is fixed for that 12, 24, 36 months there. So it helps with being able to see. And again, you have your history of usage, so you can kind of see what you used previous year and be able to tell what the charges will be there. In addition, the natural gas program more so acts as a price ceiling versus the electric, where you're saving where you're making the savings on electricity. So we know exactly what the highest rate folks will pay is what the program is. Now, if something happens, Middle East is kind of going crazy right now, we can see the price skyrocket. Well, that's good. We have it built in. You could see savings there. If for some reason the market bottoms out and the program is higher than what CenterPoint is offering, again, there's no early termination fee. Anybody can get out of it at any time. You can go back to the utility. If you found a better rate, you can go with that rate if you'd like to as well. So that's the nice thing with creating the ceiling for the customers in the program there too. So, and then the final thing, the one I always try to push is we're also creating protection against those folks that are coming door to door to you, or if you go to the grocery store, people are bombarding you in the aisles there. Those folks, again, mean well, but a lot of times they're not telling you the full story. You get this great rate that they're telling you about, but you get it for a 3-month introductory period, you get locked in for 12 or 24 months, and they can charge you a market rate after that 3 months. So for another 9 or 21 months, you're getting charged whatever the company wants to charge you. And that you can get out of that, but the problem is there's usually hefty early termination fees that come with that. Could be 50, 100, 150. I mean, it just depends on what the terms and conditions are for that program. So basically the three big things are budget stability. We have that price cap for folks as well. And again, the peace of mind to help provide folks, hey, we know what the price is. It's not going to change. It's not an introductory rate. The price is the price for whatever that term is there. So
We're doing it for 3 years or 1 year?
So I believe we're looking at 1 year. We usually, when we come back, we have a 12-month, a 24, and a 36. But I believe the recommendation was for 12 months on
The proposal that MVCC got, but it's changing. Phil had mentioned the volatility in other countries right now, and also the heat. They're maybe thinking this may get pushed back a month or two, but the two that were quoted was for a 12-month and a 20-month, and the 20-month was a little bit lower. So I think at that point, we were looking at the 20-month as far as the 18 jurisdictions. But again, that may change based upon any new quotes that could come in.
Right, yep,
Yeah.
and that's, we always provide a recommendation. Palmer is not making the decision on behalf of the MVCC. We make a recommendation. If the MVCC would like to go with it, they can, or if they would like to choose a 20 or a 12, whatever, the MVCC and the Energy Committee would like to do with it is what we'll go with there, so.
Well, the other thing that I notice is, we're saving on our electricity, and that's true, but AES then charges you for using, that's where it gets you, and that's high. Just like now, I know CenterPoint is gonna add their charge on. There's no way to that would ever be regulated?
So that portion, your delivery charges are what
Yeah,
you're speaking of. So that's what you pay when your lines go down or you need someone to work on the linesman. AES charges that, and that's regulated by the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio. So we can't touch that,
Okay, so it
unfortunately.
is regulated, though.
It is, yep, yeah, they have to go through, if they want to pass tariffs, it has to go through the PUCO. A lot of times, for instance, up north, I believe Edison's trying to push through another tariff. Well, it just happened a couple years ago, so they might get an increase, but they're not going to get exactly what they're looking for there. So it is regulated, but we don't touch that portion of it. It's
Okay.
strictly for the generation, so what you're actually using at your home or small business.
Yeah, because they really, that price is gets high.
Yeah,
It's the
and like I
delivery
said,
charge,
unfortunately,
yeah.
we can't touch that with the program. It's strictly for the generation portion of the bill that you receive from either AES or CenterPoint.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a limit as to how many times a person can opt in and out?
There's not, nope.
Like they could opt out for 2 months and opt back in?
Correct. The only thing is there is lead time, so if, depending on when you do it, it might take a cycle to get you back into the program. So there isn't a limit on coming in and out. But there is,
Trying to
like I
make
said,
sure.
it might not be instantaneous depending on when you apply to get back into the
Okay.
program.
And there's no set amount of time, say I got it this month and it went way up, and then would I have to wait a whole nother month or 2 months to
No,
opt out?
again, just depends on the lead time of it. So
Okay.
if you want to get out of it, but you waited till the end of the month, it won't kick in until they're able to get that through the program. But there's no, there's nothing that says, oh, you came back in, we need you to stay for 3 months. Nope, you can come and go as you please in the program.
Because these are questions we're going to have.
Sure, absolutely, yep. Well, and that's the other good thing too, is if the city does receive any questions, that's what you have Palmer here for as your independent consultant as well. We have a line at the office that we're constantly getting calls from residents from our programs all over the state to be able to answer those questions, whether it be help with enrollment or getting out of enrollment or any questions that people may have for us or for the city when it comes to the aggregation program.
Thank you.
Phil actually handled an electric aggregation question today.
Yep,
for us
yeah.
From one of our business owners, our small business owners.
Yep, yeah, and we were able to get in touch. Mike had sent them over to me, and we got, I think he talked to me yesterday, but I got a hold of him
Oh,
this
yeah.
morning, so we were able to discuss it and working through that, so.
Any more? Any in the audience? Does anyone else have? No questions? Okay.
Just so I understand it, because you know I'm just a resident. The savings that we're doing is a combination of usage between residents and business combined.
So, small businesses are eligible as well. In electric, if you use 700,000 or less kilowatt hours annually, you can join as a business. For natural gas, I believe it's 500 MCFs to be able to join, but it is collectively between residents and small businesses.
Excuse me. May I ask you to come to the podium because we can't get you on that, yeah. Recording, thank you.
My next question after that was, since it's a combination, how is that monthly rate? I mean, is it that we're all paying the same?
So the rate is the same for all the participants in the program. So businesses and the residents all pay I believe it's 6.57 cents right now for electricity. And natural gas, we don't have the agreement done yet on that, so.
Okay, and then I guess my next question is, me as a resident, you as a business, your usage is probably gonna be more, but I'm paying that same rate. At what point does it show the usage that I am using as a resident, but I'm paying more than what my usage is? Do I get reimbursed for that?
So, are you saying that the utility is charging you more than what you're actually using?
If we're basing it on small business and resident combined, a small business is probably more than likely gonna use more.
Correct, yep.
They would pay
But
the same.
everybody pays the same
It's
rate
their own account.
regardless of
Yeah.
what the usage is.
Ms. Watts, it's their own account, your own usage. They're just getting the same rate. And the aggregations, the 18 communities as a whole. So all those residents, all those small businesses across the 18 jurisdictions, they're all getting the competitive rate, but they're not mixing the business in with the residential. So if your neighbor if your neighbor's usage was way higher, you're not taking on some of that
Correct.
cost.
That's what I wanted.
Yep,
It's
no,
just-
it's,
It's just what's coming
Yeah.
out of your home.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I
Yep.
wanted
Yep.
to hear.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, yeah, if you look at your
Yeah.
bill, there's usually the two portions. You have a delivery charges, and that's what we were discussing. We don't touch the delivery charges, that's covered by PCO. But then if you look at the generation charges, that's what you actually use. So you can see, it'll say, 1,000 kilowatt hours for your individual meter. All you do is times your usage by the rate. So everybody has, it's by what you use, so it's not based upon. Correct, yep. And by combining everybody, that's how we're able to get that competitive prices. Instead of just you going out by yourself to go get pricing, we have, all the communities going forth. I think we're around 62,000 households and small businesses that we've gone out and bid with. So we're able to get that purchasing power and get that price down lower for folks.
And Erica, you're not just a resident. You're very important to us.
Business, resident.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
without our residents, we would not have a city. And we appreciate our residents.
But it's only the small businesses, the big businesses are
Right.
not included in this.
They don't.
Mercantile accounts are usually what they call it there, if you're a national chain, national chain, like a McDonald's or something like that, you're not eligible. It's more so for your mom and pop, your lawyer's offices, your doctor's offices, such like, and smaller manufacturers and everything throughout the city as well. Churches, yep, that's a good point.
Anybody else?
Doesn't putting the small businesses in with the residents give us a larger pool of customers and help keep our rate down?
Right, yep, so instead of just having the residential meters, we get to add in the commercial as well, and as was mentioned, there's higher usage usually with those, so that helps with the load, makes the load look more attractive when it's put out for bid to suppliers.
Thank you.
And I guess just the last thing to remind you is we still have to have the resolution from the city to join the natural gas program, because specifically with the electric, it mentioned in the resolution specifically electric program, not natural gas as well. So that's why we had the two public hearings to be able to then pass that.
And Phil, that's on our informal meeting, which is directly after this. It's called our Committee of the Whole.
All right,
And council will take that up and then take a vote on whether to move it forward for legislation.
great.
Nobody else? Okay, then the public hearing concerning natural gas aggregation plans of operation and governance is adjourned at 6:17. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yep, have a great night. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call the June 26, 2025 regular meeting of the Moraine City Council to order at 6:18. Roll call, please.
Ms. Allen?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Doherty?
Here.
Ms. Marcus?
Here.
Mr. Burchett? Mrs. Witt?
Here,
Mayor Murphy?
Here.
and I'll make a motion to excuse Mr. Burchett from this meeting.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mrs. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. And now if everyone would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council has copies of the June 12, 2025 regular council meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections?
Mayor Murphy, I would like to make a correction. Under staff attendance, I have listed the finance director, Annetta Williams, in attendance instead of deputy finance director Laura Perry, so I will need to change that.
Then we will approve the minutes with the correction. As we will approve the minutes with the corrections.
Okay, thank you.
We have no special presentations, reports. Finance Committee, anything to report?
No report, thank you.
The Finance Director, anything to report?
Have nothing additional to my May financial report that's included in your packet.
Okay, Committee of the Whole, anything to report?
Yes, our last meeting was on June 12th, and there will be a meeting tonight following this meeting. Thank you.
City Manager, anything to report?
Mayor, I have no items beyond the written report unless there are questions.
Law Director, anything to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
And for my report, for the month of April 2025, the gross revenues for Mayor's Court were $20,580. After various expenses and disbursements, a total of $16,034 was deposited into the general fund. Now we will go into business.
And ordinances, ordinance 2177-25, an ordinance amending Moraine Codified Ordinance, Chapter 149, Merit System Commission, to incorporate updated Merit System Commission rules and regulations therein.
This is a second reading of this ordinance. Adoption will codify ordinances made to the Merit Service Commission rulebook in October 2024 and bring the MSC rules current in the Moraine Codified Ordinances. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes,
Mrs. Witt?
Yes,
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Ordinance 2189-25, an ordinance approving amendment to the Table of Organization and approving a memorandum of understanding with the Dayton Public Service Union, Ohio Council 8, Local 101, AFSCME, AFL-CIO.
this ordinance allows for a change in the TO chart, which requires new hires within the street division to possess a CDL. This is the second reading of this legislation. Motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes,
Mrs. Witt?
yes,
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Ordinance 2191-25, an ordinance to amend Moraine Codified Ordinance, Section 159.01, entitled Competitive Bidding.
Go ahead. Oh. Mike?
What, me? Competitive bidding, oh, all right. This ordinance approves changes to the Moraine Codified Ordinances clarifying competitive bidding processes when two or more same bids are received. This is the first reading. The second reading and adoption will be made at the July 10th, 2025 regular council meeting. Motion to approve?
You've heard the motion. Roll call, please.
Yeah, this is the
First reading, so there is none.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Resolutions 8162-25, a resolution approving membership in the National League of Cities.
This resolution approves membership of City Council in the National League of Cities for 2025 through 2026 at a cost of $1,314 for annual dues. Motion to approve?
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Witt?
yes,
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
yes,
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8163-25, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Board of Education of the West Carrollton City School District for the provision of a school resource officer for the 2025-2026 school year.
This resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into an agreement with the West Carrollton City Schools to provide continued SRO services for the 2025-2026 school year. I'll make a motion to approve.
You've heard the motion. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Doherty?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
yes,
Mrs. Witt?
yes,
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Resolution 8164-25, a resolution accepting the bid of and authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Buck Pavement Restoration LLC for the 2025 crack sealing program for the total amount of $69,600, and further authorizing the city manager to execute needed change orders, if any, in specified amount.
This resolution awards the 2025 crack sealing program to Buck Pavement Restoration LLC with the accepted bid amount of $69,600 and approving a total of $76,560. Motion to approve?
You've heard the motion. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Doherty,
Yes.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mrs. Witt,
Yes.
Ms. Allen,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes. Do we have any persons appearing before council at this time? Okay, hearing none, we will go into other business. Is there any staff that wishes to talk tonight? You come to the podium, please.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody, next Friday is July 4th. So show up here for the Star Spangled Boom. Starts at 6 o'clock. Entertainment, the music starts at 7. They'll play till about 8:20, take a little break, and then come back and then finish the night out up to the fireworks. So
And that's Stranger, right?
Stranger will be here, yes. So get ready for your 80s cover band and have a good night. So other than that, there'll be other entertainment. There'll be inflatables, balloon sculptures. I think Dia was trying to get a fire whirler person or whatever. I don't know if we did that. I'll have to make sure. I know that was kind of on the, it'd be outside, it wouldn't be inside. So, yeah. So that could, I can't remember if we secured that or not. But yeah, it'll be a good time. Police, fire, they'll be out there with their
Carnival
stuff.
rides and food
No
trucks?
carnival rides.
Oh, no
No,
carnival
no,
rides this time?
just the free
bounce
bounce houses and stuff.
But food trucks?
Food trucks, we got 15 food trucks. So come out, support them.
Okay.
Support the city of Moraine and our fireworks. So
Okay,
that's all I got.
thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just want to take a minute to congratulate Sergeant Andrew Dyer. He's getting ready to graduate the Police Executive Leadership College tomorrow. So that's a 3-month intensive leadership training program, so we're proud of that accomplishment for him.
And we recognized you the last time, but you weren't here, so we're going to give you a round of applause.
Thank you,
That's right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you know if the driver that hit the city sign at the corner of Lehigh and Ned and went up in people's yard, do you know if that driver was caught?
That I'm unsure of. I can check on it and get back with you.
Yeah, he left a tire behind, so it's kind of unusual, not that whole wheel, so he's driving away on 3 of them.
Okay, all right, I can definitely get back with you. Thank you.
He left one laying in the right of way.
Okay,
Yep. So this Saturday, is Shane Miller's disc golf tournament up at Deer Meadow. Starts at 10 o'clock, so if you can register. We're looking for more people. This week, the street department put all the new baskets in as well. So those look very good. And then me and Chandler will be going out tomorrow to put all the flags in the new baskets. So they worked really hard. It was actually a process, a little more than I anticipated it to be, but they did a good job and they're all installed and ready to go. So there's prizes. We'll do a closest to the pin prize. Chandler and Nathan, our supervisor, went to Hazy Shade and secured a bunch of cool stuff to give away. So, but that's this Saturday at 10 o'clock. So.
okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Mayor, may I ask Nick come up to talk about our big project that's been going on? Will you share the good news, Nick?
Didn't have anything prepared, but hopefully you got a link showing the photos on the eastern phase of the sign project. So WillFab LLC was working out there on Monday and Tuesday. I think it was the hottest days so far of the month. And we did put up 14 new signs so far, and they are up. So hopefully you do see them whenever you leave or enter the city, and it kind of helps bring a fresh look to the city as well. It does help with the branding and helps towards our comprehensive plan as well. So if anyone has any questions regarding it, please let me know, and look for pictures on Facebook and everything else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick was out there with them on both days as well, so he was enduring the heat to make sure that they were done right. So we appreciate your work on that.
Did you have a question?
Anyone else? Did you have a, well,
I did have a question for Nick.
hey,
but-
Nick, she had a question for you.
But that's okay. We discussed this earlier, but the signs are looking great. I like them. But what's durability? How long will they last?
We're aiming at 10 years,
Wonderful.
hopefully on a 10-year cycle, so.
And how long were the old city signs up? Must be a long time.
Really?
That was gonna make me think, but if I had to estimate the wooden signs, I'd say they're probably from the 1990s,
I
would be my
think so,
guess.
at least that
If,
old.
I don't know if anyone else can pick my brain from a historical knowledge. They've been done 3 times by the streets department, so I'd probably say at least 3 decades old, I would say. Some of the other ones have been replaced in the 2000s that say like Aviation Trail, and they have an airplane out west. You'll see those a lot. I think that was probably done in the 2010s, late 2000s, somewhere around there. So, yeah, some of them were peeling and falling apart. Some of them were cracked and everything. So with this aluminum, they won't rust or anything, and they should stay nice for at least
For a
10
little
years.
maintenance then.
Yeah. Yep.
Are they sealed? As, you know?
Yes, they are sealed.
Okay.
Yes, and they put new U channels and new 4x4 posts in, so that should last the 10 years as well, pretty well, so.
Good.
Yep, and they're coated,
Thank you.
so, yep.
That's original to Deer Meadow Park. So there are signs that last 20 plus years.
Yeah, and these ones might. I mean, nobody knows. It all depends on the weather.
That's a wooden one.
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
standing, yep.
It's kind of a test of time, really, to see
Right.
how long they'll last, depending on weathering and how much sun they get and what angle they're at. So some signs might wear faster than others,
Right.
depending on their location, so. And that's probably something that I'm sure Brent and I could probably work on with the Master Parks Plan, is new signs and new wayfinding signs for the city parks and everything, so, yeah. So, does anyone else have any other questions or anything?
No.
Perfect. Well,
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
One else? Any other? Okay. Then I will go. City manager, anything further to report?
I have no items, Mayor. Thank you.
Law director, anything further to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Finance director, anything further to report?
I have nothing to add, Mayor. Thank you.
Clerk of council, anything to report?
Nothing, thank you, Mayor.
Miss Allen, anything to report?
I just want everyone to come out for the 4th of July celebration. It's going to be a great one.
Miss Marcus, anything to report?
Yeah, last night, Mrs. Allen and I attended the first-tier suburbs meeting. Had a promoter there from the engineer, Montgomery County engineer, discussing the roads and the bridges and who was responsible for what. And he gave out a pretty good map, and he said there's other on their website. So if anybody wants to see it, if they do a search for the Montgomery County Engineer's Office, they should be able to bring up that map. That's all I have.
Okay. Mrs. Witt?
Ditto to what Orr said, wish everybody happy 4th. And Mike, you didn't goof, I did. I was on the wrong line.
It's okay.
She
I
told-
read half of it.
Well,
so-
she's the one that told me. She goes, I said, is
I
that
said,
yours?
"That's
And she
mine."
goes, no. She goes, it's mine.
So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't blamed for my mistake.
No problem, sure. I'll take yours next week too, in 2 weeks too.
Mr. Miller, anything to report?
Just to compliment Nick on the signs, and speaking of signs, to update council, Nick's also on a little subcommittee with Aaron and Kim Wallace and myself, so we are also upgrading the Marine historical markers. We've had a couple meetings, we looked at another draft of a new sign today, and we're gonna tweak that and hopefully on the next meeting, have a recommendation. And our goal there, again, is to make those a little more attractive, give it a little more pizzazz to it, and they'll all have QR codes so that people can go online and then read a lot about the history of each one of these
Oh,
locations. So that's all,
good.
thank you.
Okay. Mr. Doherty?
Just, I see the new streetlights going in, so excited about that to get things kind of uniform that way too. And again, just everybody stop out for the 4th of July. Be excited to see you out here.
Yes, and all I have to say is, yes, about, I'd still like to congratulate Officer Dreyer on his training. I know that that is long and that, and invite everyone to the 4th of July. I mean, we have some great fireworks. They are beautiful and that, and all the food trucks and everything that we have down here. The city of Moraine really does put on a good show, and I invite everyone everywhere to come and see it. I would also like to thank the Miami Valley Communications Council for broadcasting this meeting live, as well as any future rebroadcast. This regular council meeting is adjourned at 6:35.